What's up, guys? This is Crypto James talking to you today about Bitcoin Gold. Now, I want to use Bitcoin Gold effectively as an example of what to look out for within crypto that will make something a bad investment. I mean, personally, I look at Bitcoin Gold and I go, it's a weaker investment than a number of cryptos out there. I still think we'll have gains, but I don't think this is a good investment, and I'll show you exactly why in this vid. Before I get into that though, guys, if you're new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. And in the videos, I showed everyone I was buying these cryptos because I thought they were really good and going to have some significant profit. Now, you can see what these coins prices were when I recorded my vids. You can see the highs these coins hit 18 months on. You can see what the profit would have been from $100 into each one. And if you'd have done that, that's 26 coins, $100 into each, that's $2,600 investment. Your profit would have been 123 grand, which is pretty good. Now, I sold these off. I have bought up a lot of new cryptos throughout this bear cycle and transitional market. I continue to buy cryptos. And I was asked, because obviously I was sharing what I was in on YouTube, and I sort of stopped doing that, but everyone was asking me to continue doing that, so that's why copymycrypto.com was created. It's where I share every coin that I'm in. So anytime I buy a crypto, I tell the members what the crypto is that I'm buying, why I'm buying it, and the profit that I think it's going to have. When I sell a crypto, I do the exact same thing. So I tell the members what crypto I'm selling, what percentage I'm selling, what I'm doing with my profits. Now, if you didn't have, you should actually review the gains and the profits you made in the last bull cycle. Compare what you invested, have a look at your overall profits, and then go on to copymycrypto.com, have a look at the profits the members made. You can see what the members made right there. You can also see everything that I've said in the past. Everything on the website is public record, so you can verify it all yourself, and you can make a decision if Copy My Crypto is good for you. If your gains didn't match up to the members, then maybe it is. So go check that out and pause the vid now to read on. So, Bitcoin Gold. Right. So, currently priced at 15 bucks. There's a couple things that are really important to pay attention to. Okay. It has experienced a couple bull cycles. Now, granted, it launched at the back end of in November 2017. That was pretty much when we were like close to the peak of the bull cycle. They actually peaked in January, and you can see it just shot up. But it did experience enough of a bull cycle there, even if it was only sort of 2 months. In the last bull cycle in 2021, it only peaked at sort of 150 bucks, 145 bucks. Think about that. That's a downtrend. That's a long-term downtrend. By the way, the second wave of the bull cycle, where a ton of coins did even better, it didn't get anywhere close. Couldn't even crack 100 bucks. That is a long-term downtrend. Now, what is Bitcoin Gold? So it was created as an alternative, like a user-friendly alternative to Bitcoin. So they're trying to combine the security and sturdiness of Bitcoin with the ability to expand and experiment and develop. Now, the problem is, there's just not been much. The founders were a group of enthusiasts. In fact, we can just see the founders, to be fair. Bitcoin Gold, so you can see what the team are right now. You can see them, a few different co-founders. And you can go through a lot of their LinkedIns and stuff, so you can see who they are, what they've done. Not a bad size team, but there's not much here, man. So the ecosystem. First of all, if the first thing you're seeing when you're looking at a crypto, when you're looking at ecosystem, is the exchanges it's listed on, it's a bad sign. That's not an ecosystem. That's just where you can buy it. And again, these swap services are just exchanges in another form. Wallets. It's just somewhere to store services. There's not much. There's explorers. There's not much here. There's not a lot. Now, look, they are doing developments. They are trying to, they are upgrading. You know, you've got the Bitcoin Gold Core wallet now. That's a new thing. And the community's reasonably active, to be fair. It's not bad. But there's no development. There's not really been true development here. And that's kind of the issue, right? If we look around at sort of recent news about Bitcoin Gold, pretty much all of it is just articles that have been published about price predictions. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. There's not been development. It's a coin in a long-term downtrend. That's really important. If a coin has been through 2 bull cycles and it didn't make a new high in the second bull cycle, then it's in a long-term downtrend. If a coin hits $1 in the first bull cycle it's in, and then it hits $5 in the next bull cycle, awesome. That's a long-term uptrend. It's likely to continue. If a coin hits $350 in its first bull cycle and then only $150 in its next one, that's a long-term downtrend. That's a long-term downtrend. And regardless of how much money ends up flowing into crypto, it's not going to flow there. It's highly unlikely. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, if there was to be tons of development, if all of a sudden the DeFi area of Bitcoin Gold boomed, then maybe it'll experience a pump. But logic has to dictate here. And use long-term chart perspective. I still think, by the way, this will probably hit $100 or something. Maybe even 120. But it isn't going to break 150. Might hit 120. It's an 8x. That's not bad, right? But that's kind of about as high as I would expect it to go. I certainly don't expect it to break 145 because that was its high in the previous bull cycle. In my head, there's no chance in hell it's going to break through 350. Because what's the point? Like, Bitcoin Gold can be used for e-commerce, but why would you want to? Again, when you're looking at this and you're going, oh, that'd be really cool if places started taking payment. I could start taking payments in Bitcoin Gold. Would you want to? Would you honestly want to? If you're running a business and you need money and your money comes in, cool, you got $1 million. Let's say you got $1 million in your business, right? If that's in an asset like Bitcoin Gold that can fluctuate hugely, where its long-term prospect is downside, where it's in a long-term downtrend, do you want that? Maybe it does an 8x, but you've still got to be able to pull the trigger and cash out. You would want an asset in a long-term uptrend. That's Bitcoin, that's Ethereum, there's plenty of different cryptos out there. But fundamentally, if you're running a business, you need a stable currency. You can't have a coin that one day will be worth $30, the next day will be worth 10. It causes too much. There's too many variables that will now affect your business. There's too much risk. So I don't get why people would want to take payment in crypto beyond, let's just say 2, Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're in long-term uptrends. They're the 2 biggest. But beyond that, no, unless it's a stable coin. But even then, there's risks with the stable coins. Sooner or later, CBDC comes in and crushes those stable coins. That's going to happen. So it's just something to be aware of. If you're looking at downside for a crypto, or if you're looking at what's the potential here, look at its long-term trend. If it's been through 2 bull cycles, you've got a very clear idea of what's to come. If it's gone through no bull cycles, it's a huge variable. If it's gone through 1, it's kind of a huge variable. It can go up or down. But when it's been through 2, you've either got a long-term uptrend or a long-term downtrend. It's very simple. So for me, I look at Bitcoin Gold, maybe it hits $120. But I wouldn't expect more. Could do 90. Might just do 90, which is 6x. Which again, compared to a stock market, it's phenomenal. But there's a lot of cryptos out there that are in long-term uptrends that you could just get in on. And that's always something I look out for when I'm looking for something that I want to avoid, as an example. So I hope that was useful for you guys. I hope you understand where I'm coming from in in sort of explaining all of that. And yeah, if you've never really given any thought to that, that's why you should subscribe to this channel. It gives you information you don't get elsewhere. So hit the subscribe button. And guys, if you want to see the cryptos and copy the cryptos that I'm in right now, suffice it to say Bitcoin Gold is not one of them, then go to copymycrypto.com. On the site, I share with the members all the coins that I'm in. Anytime I buy a crypto, I tell the members what crypto I'm buying. Anytime I sell a crypto, I tell the members what crypto I'm selling, how much I'm selling, what I'm doing with my profits. Copymycrypto.com is where I do all the work. I dive into the markets, I find coins that I like, I get in on them, and I tell the members about it. There's no work required. I was getting asked to keep sharing the cryptos that I was in from my subscribers on YouTube. That's why I created copymycrypto.com. If you go onto the site, you can see what the members achieved in the last bull cycle. Remember, we had coins that 700x in the last bull cycle. So even if all the other coins died, which they didn't, obviously, but even if they did, I've made 7 times my money just on one coin, right? If all of them died, and that's not the case, you know? So go check out the site, guys. Go compare your profits from the last bull cycle against the members, and if they don't match up, then Copy My Crypto could be for you. So go check it out. And I'll see you all, guys. Well, I'll see you all soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.